difference between running an ad through Meta or boosting a post?
No person is going to get, replaced by AI, but you will be replaced by a person who knows to use AI. When you decide to invest in digital marketing, you have two things in your mind. One is consistency. You need to be consistent on your digital efforts. And two is give it your 100%. The minimum time that you need to invest in digital marketing is 3 to 4 months.
One of them which I heard about was that you are wildlife enthusiastic. So any wild idea came across when you were doing this wild things?
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Passionpreneur Show. This is your host, Neetu Rishi. Some people know me as an author. Some people know me as an entrepreneur or as a keynote speaker. You might have seen me at the Harvard University last year or as former Mrs. India Universe. But one word that describes me best is a passionpreneur because I converted my passions into two thriving businesses. The first one is the Success Store and the second is Fly Showcase. In both the cases, I'm a transformation coach where I help people to get rid of the self-doubts, build more self-confidence, and navigate them in purpose-driven projects. Now, through this series, I bring unfiltered stories, the struggles, the stories of the people who have walked the road, who have done it all, and today they are successful. You don't have to do everything on your own. The wisest decision is to learn from them. And today, I have an amazing guest with me. Let's welcome our guest for today, Raghu Rajaram. Hello, how are you?
Thanks, Neetu. Thanks for having me over the show.
Welcome to the show.
First of all, congratulations to you to have completed 3 successful years on your show, Passionpreneur.
Thank
you. Congrats on that.
Thank you so much. Yes, season 4. I can't believe we are here.
That's right.
That's amazing. And guests like yourself make it possible. So thank you. Utmost gratitude. Now, a little bit I have so much to talk about him because he owns a business which is now on every mouth. Everyone needs that. Yes, he's the founder of Knowble Minds. It's a digital marketing company. We all know whether you are a business owner, whether you are nowadays influencer, or you're anyone, even a normal person, if you want to show your passions, what is one field that you want to choose? Social media, digital marketing. We all need that. And through this episode, you'll get to know a lot. So it's better to grab your notebook and a pen because there are going to be a lot of takeaways. Coming back to Raghu, he also won an award, which is the Times Business Award. And not only once, twice, it was honored by the Times of India. Such a prestigious award. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
To 2
Thank you.
times? Wow, amazing. And he's also a lifelong learner because digital marketing, I feel, is something where you have to keep learning. And he's always at that mark. We also get to know a lot about his personal life. He was, and I think he might be still, a wildlife enthusiast. So let's dive deep into his journey and get to know about him. Are you ready?
Sure.
Awesome. All right. So, Raghu, I think everybody, most of the people, 90% of the people, or say there was a research which said there are only 3% of the people who leave the comfort zone and choose something different. So you are in that 3%. What made you choose something out of the safer zone and start a business? So tell us your journey.
All right. So before starting my own venture, Knowble Minds, I had a 11-year-long rich corporate career.
Okay.
So in that 11 years, I had the opportunity to head the marketing divisions of various categories. I've headed the marketing division of FMCG, hospitality, realty. So when you do this, when you get exposure to so many different segments, so many different marketing activities of theirs, that is when you get the experience, right? So you get the experience, you get the confidence. And by heading the marketing division, digital is a part of it. So I've seen the evolution of digital marketing since 2009.
Okay.
So 2009, how companies saw digital marketing, what was the scope and what was the share of digital marketing in their overall budget. And as you come towards 2020, how digital marketing itself has evolved.
Right.
So that is when I realized, the future of marketing is going digital.
It is.
So you will still have your, the usual, marketing platforms like your on-the-ground activations, ATL, we call it, your newspaper ads and TV ads. But digital is going to take a lion's share. So that is when I decided, we need to start up our own venture. There are a lot of untapped potential in digital arena, which I could make use of. And there is still a large sector of people who feel digital marketing is still inaccessible. So how to make that accessible to them? And these are all the starting points for.
Yes, I always hear that, social media is not my cup of tea. I cannot do it. And this takes me back. You said, when did you launch the business?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
So I remember when you were talking about the corporate life, when I was in my corporate life, I was also dealing with marketing. But I think, the only thing that we knew was I used to send these flyers and templates. And I used to send this person who used to get those inserts in the newspapers. And then because I was working with the coaching industry, they used to stand outside the school and pitch the people. But I think life has become easy with digital marketing, isn't it?
That's right.
So thanks to people like yourself. But then you mentioned that you wanted to start this because you knew that this is going to be the next evolution. This is something which will continue. But when we launch a business, what was your mindset? Sometimes we think, I want to do a business because I want to make money and grow. But I'm sure money or revenue or growth was not the only thing. What was a bigger impact that you wanted to create through this business?
Right. So like I already told in the introduction, digital marketing as an area is still inaccessible to many people, especially the small and medium scale entrepreneurs. So our company's mission, when I started Knowble Minds, it was not a revenue driven vision. We wanted digital marketing to be accessible to that sector of people. Because you'll be surprised, people who run business for 5 years and 10 years, who have been in the market, who are established, there are businesses who don't even have a website, or they have a basic website, but they haven't done any form of social media marketing. Their results don't come up in Google listing or any content creation whatsoever. So when you start interacting with them, when you try to understand why this happens, it is not that they don't want to do digital marketing, but it is the fear of the unknown. So they still feel digital marketing is something new, new for them to explore. They don't know it much. And they also feel it is only for large corporates to, try out with, or they cannot afford it. So this is the myth and misconception that Knowble Minds wanted to break. So that is the vision with which we started. And if you look at our clientele, over the last 6 years, we would have serviced not less than 175 clients, be it in India and US. 85% of the clientele will fall under this category, small and medium scale entrepreneurs.
Amazing.
Yeah. And the impact that we have created, so we have given them all a digital address, which didn't exist otherwise. It can be a website, which we have created for them. It can be their social media pages, the content for their social media, or be it, as simple as, giving them the digital flyers, which they can digitally promote and, see the results. So that's the impact that we have created.
That is amazing. I remember, when I launched my business and I reached out to someone that I'm looking for this, I think the pricing they gave, that scares you that, I have not even started making money. And am I ready every month to spend that much money?
Right.
But, yes, you have to find the right people and the right teams who can give you different tiers, right? When you mentioned small business owners, I'm sure you have tiers for small business owners and the large corporate companies, right? But the awareness is important.
Yes.
So people are not aware. So small business owners, this is your guy. If you have that in your mind that no, let my company grow, when it will become big, then only I'll do the digital marketing. I think it should be vice versa. You need it before, because that helps your business to grow. Amazing. And then now when people are listening to you that, hey, he got these awards and he has got these many clients, but there are so many struggles. There might have been so many nights that you might have not slept working on it, finding business or actually creating that impact. How can you do that? So what are those of the things that the audience haven't seen yet? So would you like to share the struggles and your journey?
Sure. So I'm sure this burnout phase that you're mentioning about, that is something that every entrepreneur has to go through. So there is no skipping that. That will in a way help you to understand your own business dynamics and to be specific about digital marketing. You should be in a position to advise a client on which digital marketing platform is going to work for them. So that is where your real expertise comes in. So that doesn't come without this burnout phase. Your regular, say your regular 9 to 5 job or 9 to 6 job, it might take you 9 hours of time. But the first year when you start your venture, your business venture might demand 15, 16 hours of your time. So you need to be prepared to spend that. And only once you do that, you will know which type of business exactly needs what type of digital help, what is the challenges they are likely to face, and what is the solution that you are going to provide. So without going through that phase, there is no success.
No success.
That's
but
right.
what was one challenge? Was there a time when you felt like I was better in my corporate job? Why did I start this? Did you ever think about stopping or quitting this business and going back into corporate job for one moment ever?
To be honest, there will be many, many moments like that.
Okay.
So that is not just because you're facing challenges and you kind of doubt your own decision. I guess that is basically the mindset we are all brought up in. So a typical a person like me who grew up in a middle class family, surrounded by people who only go for a corporate job or a regular 9 to 5 job, to even think of starting a new business venture, that is totally out of the box.
It
right?
is.
And and more often than not, you're always that odd person in the room.
Yes.
Because all other people, they have a different career and you're having a different career.
Right.
So I think it is that mindset. So first of all, you will have to break away from that mindset and start looking back. Think about why you started this first.
Right.
Because I have been at both the ends.
The why is very important.
Exactly. I have been at both the ends. Like I told, I have been at that end for 11 long years. I have been in corporate life. I know what are the challenges that I have faced there. I know how many times I wanted to do something but I cannot.
Right.
Because of many obvious reasons.
Of course, when you're working with a corporate, there are so many limitations. And especially I remember, you have to take approvals from different levels. There's a hierarchy. Right?
And there is, interdepartmental dynamics. There are so many things going on. But when you start your own venture and once you're through with this, initial stage of burnout, then you start experiencing the freedom. So how much things you can do, how much potential is there, how much opportunities you've got. That's endless.
Completely agree. I remember once in an interview, someone asked me what was, at that time, I had just started. So I was in a podcast and I didn't know what to answer. And she said, what was your why behind starting a business? And I started thinking, I said, you know what? When I was working, I remember every time I have to ask for a leave, that was bothering me, that if I go to my boss and if I ask that, can I get a leave for a week because I want to go on a vacation? So that was the most struggle. And that's the reason I wanted to start my business so that I don't have to ask for a leave. Right. And then my husband always makes fun of me that he says, it's so easy for you. You go on your personal email and say, I want a leave. And then you go on your official email and you say approved. So your life is so easy. But yes, there is that burnout phase and we always want to give up, but that why keeps us going, right?
Absolutely.
The why behind it. Yes. That's why I wanted to know, the impact that you wanted to create it. And I think you got it through your experience when you saw people facing those challenges.
That's right.
Yeah. Amazing. Now, let's talk a little bit about, we were talking about that small business owners do not want to get into this. There's a lot of hustle. I myself know I have my personal account. I have 4 accounts on Instagram, 3 on Facebook, 2 on LinkedIn, 1 YouTube. I mean, I sometimes get confused. Should I post here? Oh, the time is gone. Should I post here? So what is your take on this when people are starting up? Our audience might be listening. And if they want to get into this, what are the steps or what should they follow so that they don't burn out? And they are still able to use social media or digital marketing for their businesses.
All right. So digital marketing is a level playing field, right?
Okay.
So I always tell this to my team, my clients. As a digital marketing agency, I don't have any exclusive rights or exclusive access to any of the digital marketing tools. So what you see as a Facebook and Instagram is exactly what I see. What tool is accessible to you, that is exactly what is accessible to me also as an agency. The difference comes in when you know about the tools and how to use it. And that comes through experience. So as a initial startup or a first gen entrepreneur who's starting up a business, it is completely okay for you to try and test your social media, to do it yourself. I'm sure you would have run a couple of ads by yourself. Add your cards.
I'll talk about that as well with you.
add your car to the Meta account on the back end. You run your ads, you see the results. That's totally fine. But what happens is the ad process doesn't stop there. You need to keep on optimizing the ads, because all said and done, it is machine learning, right? So you need to constantly keep giving input to the machine to learn more. So that is when agency like ours, come into the picture, because day in and day out, this is our job. Whereas for you, this is not your job.
Right.
You have 3 other businesses or 4 other, businesses to take care, and you have enough challenges on your own.
Right.
So that is when, you take help of a digital marketing agency who will help you with, what exactly you want to achieve.
Right. Talking about ads, when you were talking, I'm sure our audience might also have that question. So as you said, we all want to do on our own because we somehow think that, I cannot afford paying to someone, but the mindset has to be changed that, am I ready to do all this? Because there are other things in the business which might need only me, but this can be delegated. This can be outsourced. So in the ads, I remember when I started posting ads, in the first few ads, I spent a lot of money and there was no call, no lead, nothing. And then after that, when I did, they were like random things coming. People were advertising for themselves instead of reaching out to me for leads. And sometimes I have to block some people also for some issues.
Right.
But yeah, ads. And then there's a way to boost the, the post. So what is the difference between running an ad through Meta or boosting a post? Are they both the similar things or they are different?
Technically, they both, look very, very similar. Because whether it's boosting or you run an ad through the Meta account, at the back end, you kind of, define the audience. You give the demographic segmentation, the age, the city you want to, target and everything, the population you want to target, and you do it. So initially, the setup is same. You're going to go through the same. But where the difference actually comes in Meta ads is at the back end, you have a opportunity to upload multiple different ad sets, right? So say, for example, you're boosting one particular post.
Right.
So irrespective of for what money you're going to boost it, the ad is still the same. That flyer or that video you're promoting, it is still the same. There is absolutely no difference with it. Whereas when I do an ad at the back end of Meta account, I have an opportunity to upload different ad sets within the same ad. Now, say, for example, my objective is to promote one particular SKU of yours. Right? When I say SKU, one particular product.
Yes.
It can be a costume, it can be an apparel, whichever you can take for an example. So I can run multiple ads. One can be a flyer, one can be a video, one can be a carousel, one can be a testimonial. So through different ad sets, I can actually target different sets of people for the same ad. So at the end of 1 month, I will have insights as to which particular ad better appeal to which particular segment. So the next month going forward, I know where to invest my money on, to which creative, to which particular ad set and everything.
And analysis so that's basically is important in that case.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's what we as a normal business owner don't understand, that those are the tools that are accessible to you.
Right.
Okay. So I'm sure when people are listening and they get excited that, oh, wow, he got these many awards and he's running this empire. People also want to start digital marketing companies. So if someone wants to start a digital marketing company, what are your thoughts on that? And how should they, because you got so much of experience, but do people join courses or they learn or they get internships? How does that work?
Right. So one mindset that you need to have before starting your own digital firm is that it is a very, very competitive field. So you will face competitions not just from other digital marketing agencies. You will face competitions from individuals. They will be your biggest competition, because today what happens is you can go learn a Google certification, either a free certification or a paid certification on Google or LinkedIn. You can get the certificate and you can call yourself a digital marketer. So most of my clients in this SME segment, when I go to them, they will obviously do window shopping. They will talk to me, have a discussion. They'll take a proposal from me. Similarly, they'll take a proposal from other agencies also. They will take proposals from these individuals also.
Okay.
Now, at the end of the day, a typical mindset works like you want to compare the rates. Because the service offering is same. I'm doing Meta ads. That person is also doing Meta ads.
Right.
Because, he is just an individual or she is just an individual. Their prices in most cases will be lesser than what we could. So they will go with them. So this is going to be a competition. the only way to come out of this, struggle and make yourself appear better is through your experience. So you will have to put in that effort. You will have to have a strong, expertise, which you have, say 2 years, 3 years you have put in. You have served, so many clients. These are the results you have produced. And that is going to be the only differentiating factor from the other agencies or the other, individuals.
Right.
So be prepared to invest at least 2 to 3 years of yours initially to start building that credibility. Then clients will come to you. Because the initial 2-3 years, I remember, it was always me going to the clients. So every day I'll have at least 5 to 6 business meetings, 5 to 6 business pitches. You will have to do it. So you will have to go through this also. So just be prepared.
It's a part of any business. When you start, you have to reach out to people. Now, when you're talking, people get, I would say, addicted by listening that this person started a restaurant. I also want to start. This person started this. I should also do. I think the why behind it is very important, that why do we do what we do?
Right.
And secondly, if you're passionate, and that's the whole purpose of this podcast, that if you're passionate about something, how to convert that into business. If you are doing it because others are doing, then that might not be something which you won't be successful in.
That's
that.
Right.
We also want to talk about, you are a lifelong learner as well. And now digital marketing is all about AI as well. AI is something which has become a very important part. The other day, I was blown away with your workshop on when you talked about simple chat GPT. Even having a free chat GPT, you taught us so many things, how you can utilize it in a better way and the way you give your inputs.
True.
So tell us about your AI journey and AI learning. How is it going? And what is your take on that?
So I believe even as a business owner, your learning experience shouldn't stop anywhere. Because the moment you stop learning, you become obsolete. Right? And especially more so for digital marketing, because this field and this technology is evolving day by day. And if you see the advancement and the technical advancement that comes into the digital marketing field, you compare it with last year and this year, each year that this advancement is miles ahead. So you will have to, keep it up with this technology. And that's when I started realizing that, I also need to start learning what are the new things that are coming into digital marketing. And over the last, 3-4 years, as we all know, it's completely been AI. So there are bots that could set up your complete ads. So there are websites that offer that. They will set up the ads, they will run ads for you, and they'll produce results for you. Similarly, all these AI assistants that come into place, they can create websites for you. They can do a complete, flyer design for you. They can create a complete video for you. So everything is coming in. So I always used to believe, or still, I believe, no person is going to get, replaced by AI, but you will be replaced by a person who knows to use AI.
Exactly.
So that's very, very important.
Say it again. That is so beautiful. You will not be replaced by AI, but you might be replaced by the person who knows AI.
To use AI. Yeah.
This is amazing.
So because today, all my team members, they use AI. They use ChatGPT, they use Gemini. But you need that person who knows to use those tools.
Exactly.
Because every tool is available everywhere. But do you know to use it? Or do you have a resource who knows to better use it? That makes it very, very important. So that's when I started learning. I always advise my teams to learn. So whatever I learned, so like I, did that workshop with the Dallas Daisy groups. I also do workshops with my team. I ask them to learn it. I send, recommendations that these are the courses that you can learn. These are free of cost. Learn it and upscale yourself.
Very nice. I think, learning is a part of journey, and especially in entrepreneurship. I think every day we wake up and either we learn with our experience or life has a way to teach us.
Right.
We also want to talk about, we talked about this, but there's another part of your life. You mentioned that you were a wildlife enthusiast and you have done a lot of travels and went into jungle safaris.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
All right. So in my corporate career, I used to work for a company called Sterling Resorts in India. So I was heading the marketing division there. So one of the basic, needs in my job is that I had to travel to the resorts. I had to travel to the resorts. I had to see, all the marketing initiatives are being done there properly. And when you travel to the resorts, you obviously, go to, sightseeing. You go to the places around, see what is special and everything. So that's when I got this interest. I mean, it was not natural to me. When I started, traveling, that is when I discovered I love this.
Okay.
So I thought, we shouldn't stop with this. Let's go a little deeper.
Okay.
So what you usually see as a sightseeing spot, I started going into deep jungle safaris.
Okay.
So there was a team of members, in Sterling resorts who were equally enthusiastic like me. So every vacation, every holiday, when we get an opportunity, we'll identify one of the forest spots and we start going in.
Wow.
So be it, Kabini, Tadoba, and Wayanad. So these are the.
So weren't there danger zones like?
You will always be, accompanied by a guide. So there are certain areas that are allowed and there are certain areas off limits. So you cannot go there. But within the areas that are allowed, some guides will come with you. So they'll tell you what exactly to look for, when to look for and everything. So that's when I picked up this passion for photography also. I invested in my equipments and everything. So I started, doing this photography. So first I covered many of the jungle resorts in India. And then I learned about this, wonderful place called, Masai Mara in Kenya.
Okay.
So that is apparently the crown jewel of all the, wildlife safaris in the world.
Okay.
So I wanted to make it to the trip. So in 2019, we made it to the trip. So I went to Kenya, not just the Masai Mara. We covered Ambosali, Naivasha, and then Masai Mara. These are the top wildlife reserves which are there in Kenya. So we went in there, completely stayed there for 10 days. So there what you get is not your regular hotel accommodation.
So you live in a jungle.
All tent, yeah. So all tent accommodations within the jungle. So we went there. So that was a totally different experience. So you go there, you experience wildlife in the wild, right? So in contrast to what you see in zoo where the animals are inside a cage, this is where you're in a cage. So you're confined to your own vehicle. You're not allowed to step out.
Right.
But they are in their natural wilderness.
It's their area. It's their arena.
Yes. So that's a very beautiful experience.
Any special moment, instance that you remember, which still scares you from that jungle safari?
Not scares me. I mean, I was amazed at one particular experience. I mean, so we have all seen cheetahs and leopards, right? So till the time you get into this wildlife safari and start learning about them, they both are same to you. Cheetah, leopard, they both are spotted tigers. That's how you see it. Right. Whereas in reality, cheetah's just an overgrown cat. Okay. So they are as playful, they are as amazing to look at, as cheerful and everything. Whereas leopards, they are mutated tigers. Okay. Right? What you see as elongated, lines on tigers, that is mutated as, those pug marks on leopards. Okay. So they are a form of tigers. That is one. There was a moment when I realized its jaw strength, right? So in Masai Mara, like how we have, buffaloes and cattle in India, you have a species of animal called wild beasts. Okay. So wild beasts look like an elongated, buffalo. Okay. So they are large, they are long, they have very long necks and jaws. So these are the animals that are there. So we saw one leopard hunting down a wild beast and carrying that wild beast onto a top of a tree by holding it in its jaw. Wow. So till the time you saw that, you never realize, a leopard could hold so much and climb up a tree and keep it there.
It must be heavy, right?
Too heavy, yeah. Wow. But that's the strength of, the leopard's jaw. So that is one amazing moment that I witnessed in person in Kenya.
That's amazing. This reminds me, recently we went to New Orleans, and when you go for that swamp tours, so there's this crocodile. He had hunted a white deer and he was holding again, but the deer was almost under the water, but we could see the top, and the guide, of course, told us. So we waited to look, but he took a hike.
They call it the bayous, right? The bayou tours.
Something
swamp,
like that.
Swamp is a swamp.
Okay.
When you get interior and go to the places where the houses and all are built, they call it the bayou.
Okay. I didn't know that.
B-A-Y-O-U, yeah.
Okay.
So I've been there. Last year I've been there. So I went to that.
It was amazing to see that.
It was an amazing experience.
No more filters, no more lies, just the truth before your eyes. It's the HR Unfiltered, awkwardly honest round.
Hi. This is Himanshu. Nice meeting you. So, I heard everything what you just talked about, and I was curious to know certain things. One of them which I heard about was that you are wildlife enthusiastic. So any wild idea came across when you were doing this wild things?
In fact, it did. I wanted to start a wildlife travel company. In fact, I almost did. But because COVID came, I gave up the idea. So that's one wild
just
idea.
the business idea?
Business idea, that's right.
Oh, no. Okay. You said that you were odd person in the room when you started your business. But were you not dressed properly or what?
I think I was overdressed.
Overdressed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
In
So
most
that
of the
is-
cases, I was overdressed. So
That
I'm
is
the
why
odd person
you
in the
were-
room. Yes.
Oh, very good. So have you came across with anyone who wants to have more subscribers with some unprofessional or unethical way?
I guess negativity sells today. There are a lot of people out there, especially if you're on X or Twitter, you will see a lot of handles who keep posting, all these unethical, inappropriate stuff, and they get, followers. That happens.
Oh, okay. So has anyone came across to you saying increase my subscribers with this or no?
There was one particular business who came to me. That was in, I think, 2022 Diwali. So they came to me and told that they are going to introduce e-com products. They want an e-com website built, but that website needs to be there only for 2 months. So I asked them why. They were very open about it. They wanted to fleece people. So they just wanted to put some products out there on the website, get the cash, take money,
And then leave.
and then abandon the website and leave.
Oh, wow.
So there are people out there.
Okay. So you said that you are a lifelong learner. So you just learn about your business, or do you learn about people as well, especially women?
People and women, I think it's part of the process. You get to meet a lot of people day in and day out. And in the process of meeting them, having discussions with them, you learn a lot about them.
But not concentrating on women.
I concentrate on everyone. So
Okay. Okay. So one thing which I learned about is that, that would be the message to all the young generation as well, that learning AI is important because market will be open for AI influencers. So the young generation has to learn more towards the AI. Just a statement. Do you agree?
of course, so not just from a career or a business point of view. So it helps you a lot in your day-to-day activities. I'm sure people use AI just to know about what is the weather today, and what is the event happening in their city, and such basic things which even a Google search can give you. Whereas learning AI, you can do a lot of informative stuff. You can do a lot of useful stuff. You can build your own website. You can get a proper recipe for a chicken curry that you plan to cook this afternoon. So there are a lot of the things. So just don't approach it from a business point of view. Even for a day-to-day life, AI is very, very useful.
Okay. And one last question, just for my curiosity. When you were in jungle, how were you using the restrooms?
Okay. So inside the jungle, there are only tents. So as long as you're in the tent at night, they have proper washroom. But through the day, from morning 6 a.m. till 6 p.m., that 12 hours, you don't have proper restrooms. You only have trees.
Oh. So you were watering all trees?
Yes.
Excellent. That was good. Okay. Signing off from this show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, I can talk endless. We can talk to him, and continue this.
Yeah.
But the time constraints, because everybody's time is precious. But I'm sure you're making some notes and you got some takeaways. I just remember all the things that he mentioned. So if you want to remember again and you forgot to make some notes, go back. But coming towards the end of this episode, we won't let him go without asking my favorite question, right? So every time from our guest, we ask a magic formula. So I run a Wednesday voice series on almost all the platforms where I share a little magic formula on personal growth. So if I ask you, what is one magic formula if small business owners want to get rid of that, they're scared of digital media or digital marketing? What is one magic formula you would like to share with our audience in this respect?
All right. So when you decide to invest in digital marketing, you have two things in your mind. One is consistency. You need to be consistent on your digital efforts. And two is give it your 100%.
Okay.
Because what mistake that I have seen most of the small business owners commit is, they'll expect results out of digital marketing in a month. So they'll say, I'm going to invest in Facebook marketing today or Instagram marketing today. They'll wait for 3-4 weeks. At the end of the month, they'll see there is no result, they give up. That is not how digital marketing works. Because like I said earlier, it is a machine learning process. It has its own learning curve. So the minimum time that you need to invest in digital marketing is 3 to 4 months. You invest that time, you get the machine to learn how your ad dynamics works, then you start getting the results.
Right.
So be very, very consistent and give it your 100%. It's just like, any other initiative you take. You need to give it proper time, spend proper energy, allocate resources towards this particular initiative, then you'll get the results.
Right. So consistency and your 100%, those are two things. I think it's something that you have to invest in the business, right?
That's right.
So that is the takeaway from this. And if you have a passion, I'm sure you want to convert it into business. So start thinking today, give a thought, because at the end of the day, you want to be contented and you don't want to just sit on the chair of success. As we talked to Raghu, he mentioned that it was a bigger impact that he wanted to create it. So chair of significance is the place where the happiness lies. So with that, we come to the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next episode. Signing off, your host, Neetu Rishi. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.